Hello and welcome, Christian filmmakers. I'm Ipwishin, and this is the channel where we look at films not the way it's being taught at academies these days. Instead, we look at films as a means to connect with the transcendental, as the abstract sign language it is supposed to be, like any other traditional art. The great French movie pioneer Abel Gance compared the noble seventh art to Egyptian hieroglyphics. That's why we say in a movie a mountain is anything but a mountain. It's a sign. You'll find more about that in our lesson number 3, as well as our lesson on semiotics number 4 and number 5. However, in this lesson we proceed with our considerations regarding movie dialogue. Today we shall talk about how our characters apply different tactics to pursue their goals. In our last episode, we established the rule of the foil effect, according to which you put things where they do not belong. Spaghetti in a public bathroom, an important book in a fire, and so on. Let's take a look at one of the most successful films in movie history. Bum 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 bum. Jaws, the movie that established the summer blockbuster as a thing. Not exactly a Christian movie, indeed, but a perfect example of how to point at the invisible. See, where do you place a shark in order to create considerable trouble? Well, of course, at the beaches of a tourist resort shortly before the opening of the summer season. Look how the movie's director Steven Spielberg positions his thingies. This here depicts the moment when the mayor of the island learns about the first shark attack. The deputy is holding what is going to be signs that will say "beach closed." And all that happens amidst a rehearsal for a parade for the 4th of July, which happens to be the start of the summer season. A perfect example of the use of thingies and the foil effect. Moments later into the film, the mayor confronts the police chief as he is about to close the beaches. And this is how the ensuing conversation was scripted. The mayor goes, "Martin, are you going to shut down the beach on your own authority?" Chief of Police, "Do I need any more authority?" "Technically, you need the instruction of a civic ordinance or a special meeting of the town selectmen." That's just going by the book. We're just a little anxious that you're rushing into something serious here. This is your first summer, you know. Now tell me something I don't know. Now we can identify a major shift in conversation tactics on the part of the mayor. While he starts by laying stress on the hierarchical order, he reverses his approach by becoming the good guy who simply shows concern for a friend. So we have a display of power followed by an offer to form a coalition. All I'm saying is that Amity is a summer town. We need the summer dollars. If tourists can't swim here, they'll be glad to swim at Cape Cod, the Hamptons, Long Island. So we should set out a smorgasbord? We're not even sure what it was. What else could have done that? Boat propeller? I think possibly, sure, a boating accident. So the next point has again a different angle. It's the economy, stupid. It's all about the greater good, the summer dollars. But when none of this works, the mayor and his town hall people resort to a blatant lie. Something we are all too familiar with. Fake news. And the mayor goes on. Some weekend tramp accidentally goes swimming too far. He's a little drunk. A fishing boat comes along. "Doctor, you're the one who told me what it was." "I was wrong. We'll have to amend the report." "We never had that kind of trouble here." "I don't think you can appreciate the gut reaction people have to these things." "I was only reacting to what I was told." Now listen to how the mayor paints a picture with words, thus creating a wonderful semantic gap, just the way we described it in our last episode. It's all psychological anyway. You yell, "Barracuda?" and everyone says, "Huh? What?" You yell, "Shark," and we've got a panic on our hands. I think we all agree we don't need a panic this close to the 4th of July. And that's how he finally nails it. After all the other tactics have built up to this point, the police chief realizes that it is not in his best interest to cause a major panic in his own district. If you want to watch the scene as it appears in the movie, pause and click on the link provided in the description before we make our conclusions. So here are the 4 main tactics to consider when writing dialogue. If the speaking person is in a stronger position, he will be able to exert pressure on the other party by voicing a threat. That threat may be more or less explicit, depending on the situation. Also, there are several ways to form a coalition. You might want to seduce or bribe the other, or make some other deal of any kind. Of course, there is always the possibility of appealing to the sense for the greater good. Let's do it for our country, for a minority, let's fight racism or global warming, or whatever ideology might serve the purpose. If none of this works, you can always resort to fake news. Promise the other party the moon, bear false witness, tamper with the evidence. Make up lies to manipulate the other into doing whatever you want him to do. And if still none of this works, keep trying. Go back to any one of the other tactics. In our example, we also find a wide semantic gap between what we have witnessed with our own eyes and the assertions being made by the mayor and the town hall people. They not only lie into the police chief's face, but they also lie to us, the audience. That makes them unsympathetic as characters. Well, and that's it for this week. If you want to do some homework, watch old movies and look for the semantic gap in dialogue scenes. Determine which tactics are used by the characters to achieve their goals. The next time you write a scene with some dialogue in it, let it either be characterizing noise or give the characters depth by applying the technique of the semantic gap and the 4 basic tactics. My friends, have a great week and God bless.